Alright, we're good.
Yo, you lot, forgive me for being 15 minutes late or whatever it is. I was waiting for the food to come. And plus we was talking about some other little bits and bobs. You know this thing's set. So how do we check when people jump on the thing? Or do I just go on YouTube myself?
That's what I like, it should come up here.
Yeah,
Like, for the people in live.
Yeah, I can share it.
Take the Krispy Kremes off. There's your chips. Yeah. Oh, then can we see the
Oh, we've got 9 people on here, so that's cool. Get your questions in for myself and Baba Tunde Ajayi. I know what you
advertising from.
Yeah, none whatsoever, bro. You got
Mute the phone now.
Oh, sorry.
What is that? What's that on?
You'll see it come up here. If anyone...
Oh, you can see the questions, yeah? That come up.
Yeah, boom. It's muted now. I'm gonna share this as well.
What is that? The actual stream?
Yeah, 12 people on the chat already. Yeah, let's chat.
How do you share the stream?
How do you share it?
There you go.
Yeah, what are they saying? Spencer and Tunde, Wagwan. What's that? BG London. Yo, BG London, I'm good, you know.
So what's this on YouTube now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna get cracking.
So right, Bobby Wright, come on, my son, Bobby. Anthony Yarde just tweeted, "Time to make change." What does this mean, unks? Charles Bronson, what you saying, bro? Go on, answer the people then.
What?
Yeah, you can answer them now.
Okay. What? It's live.
Yeah, it's live.
Yeah. Well, I did tell you. You lot don't seem to. Oh no, wait there. Let me just show the people. Wait. YouTube now. We're absolutely taking live questions. Someone just. What's that question you just asked me, sir?
They asked, Anthony Yarde just tweeted.
Yes.
Time for a change. Time to make changes, it says.
Yes.
What do you make of this, unks? So obviously they're talking to you.
Okay.
So yeah, what's he saying?
All right. First of all, those on Instagram Live, go to YouTube, Stamina for Sales YouTube page now, and join in. Let me just done that. Delete that, and then we'll just answer this. YouTube now. Sorry, people. This is live, so you know, like, well. All right, cool. Right, we're ready. So the question was, bruv, stop asking me the same question.
What?
We're on live now. Just go onto Stamina for Sales YouTube page. Just go on Stamina for Sales YouTube page.
Yeah, Mr. Dawson. Yeah, that's right. Master Knowledge up in the house.
All right. Let's answer this question. So the question is was it Anthony?
Can you just click on the question? It comes at the bottom of the screen, yeah? If you go to the question and click it, does it come on? I want to see if it comes at the bottom of the screen. If you click it. Yeah, it does. That's what you do.
Okay. Charles Bronson, Anthony just tweeted, time to make changes. What does that mean, Unks? Yeah, well, it is time to make a change. I mean, listen. I mean, the worst thing you do is if you feel something's wrong, you have to look at the situation and make a change. I don't know why people would think automatically. See, that's where people's minds are. You know, right the night of the fight, after the fight, we all spoke about this. We all got to make changes, you know, and it's something that Anthony looked at, Ade looked at, myself looked at, and we do have to make changes. Changes may mean us doing something just a little bit different. Changes may mean us implementing something into, you know, what we're doing, but don't think it's negative. Why is everyone? This is what I'm trying to say. These people, they got your minds thinking negative. Just think positive. The young man is saying it's time to make a change. Time to make changes. See what I'm saying? It don't mean negative. You know, it's a positive thing. AJ made changes. You know, we saw AJ add trainers when he lost. Is this something that you will consider with Yarde? Listen, man, it's like I keep telling people, hot dog water. Thank you for the question. Anything that is going to evolve Anthony in his career, Tunde Ajayi is always going to be for. Because we started this from nothing. And as time has gone on, we've added things. You know, Cutman Cam wasn't with us before he joined the team. You know, a lot of people wasn't with us. A lot of things, what we used to do. You know, we didn't, you know, we had to make a change when we moved from the Peacock to the Box Up Crime Gym. You know, there's a lot of things in terms of the training and how we train and if there can be any additions. So that's all it is. You know, I don't think, I know there's a lot of people probably sitting down thinking, yes, we got him. We got him. He's going to leave. He's going to leave. But nah, ain't that.
He says, hey, you guys, are you going to invite Dominic Ingle to give you guys some help? Funny, I can jump on this one. What's that from Black Dynamite Jr.?
Hold on. Where are you from, Black Dynamite Jr.?
You know, Black Diamond. Bro.
Anyway, go.
I'm saying Dominic Ingle, a very good friend for years, sends me a message, if Tunde doesn't mind me speaking about it. And he goes, yeah, I'd love to help out you guys and drop you guys some pointers. Subsequently, I sent that message to Tunde. And Dominic's real. Not a lot of people take to Dominic because he's just for his fighters. But many trainers are. You know what I mean? Many trainers are. And when you are that way, it goes on. Bro, what you saying, Robin Block? My guy.
What, Robin's on the team?
Yeah, Robin Block. Let me just big up this guy, Robin Block.
Come on.
Movie producer, director, and good to go family man. And I've got to say congratulations on the birth of your new baby. I don't know how you've done it because your missus is beautiful, the kids are beautiful. I'm still trying to work out what's going on there.
Congratulations, right? Robert. Congratulations. Robert.
Red October red. I'll give a call red. Right. If the rematch with Arthur isn't next, what's next for Yarde?
Well, you know, it's something that, you know, again, we'll sit down. We like to be optimistic in everything we do, and the rematch will be next. But if it's not next, then it's the next available opponent. Sorry,
Tom. Isn't there a clause in the contract?
Yes, absolutely.
Which they sign subsequently to the fight.
Absolutely.
So therefore, they're obligated to fight you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's how boxing works. You know, the contract.
Well, because certain people think the clause in the contract is Santa Claus. That don't exist. All right.
Contracts are there for a reason. You know, by the end of the day, you know, it's a career, not a kamikaze. And we just have to do what we have to do. But, you know, if, and it's a big if, the rematch isn't next, then, you know, we'll sit down with Frank and, you know, myself and we'll see what's next. Questions. In hindsight, how would you ever... Let me tell you something, Hot Dog Water. I know, you know, you're coming from a good place and what have you. But my answer to all of these questions is a fighter's not supposed to lose anymore. Is everybody supposed to finish their careers 50-0? Is fighters not supposed to take every experience in the ring as a lesson and then go back and do something different? The approach will be dependent on what the fighter brings. You can study a particular game plan the whole camp, and then on the night it changes. So the thing is to prepare for all eventualities. I think what we saw with Ant on Saturday night is a side that most people thought he didn't have. You know, most people thought he would just go in there, assess it after one round, and then bam, it's a knockout. But Anthony showed a different set of skills, you know, which he has in his arsenal. And, you know, we just have to, you know, I've always said that my thing is KO. Anthony's thing is KO. But I think everyone got a chance to see that Anthony is more than just a KO specialist. He can actually box for 12 rounds and finish strong, because according to some before the fight, we didn't have the stamina to go past 8 rounds. So again, we tick boxes.
All right, so I've got a question for Tunde Ajayi.
Yes.
Tunde, have you got any catch up?
Wait.
Right.
Well,
What's that?
this is a live thing.
Uzma, yeah, turn it away because we're not promoting up no companies. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The back of the thing, bro.
That sideways.
All right. Uzma Sharif says, "How did you score the fight after you rewatched it?"
7-5.
You scored it 7-5.
7-5, and personally, 10, 11, 12 is Anthony. 12 big. I mean, you could have probably, some people could even give the last round 12-8. It was a big round. And
that's what EJ Boxing Live said. He gave the last round 10-8.
Oh wow. Okay. So no way do I feel that we lost the fight, and that's not being bitter about anything. It's just it's just my personal opinion. And again, I've said it. I've kept on saying it that the result is the result. You got to, it was Lyndon and Pat's night, and fair play to them. They come away with a victory. But my opinion and a lot of people's opinion feel that, I think worse ways it should have been given a draw, which I don't think. And definitely a win for Anthony Yarde.
Wait, yeah, it goes here. Oh, go to Lorry Driver.
No, what was that question?
Sorry,
no question, but I remember when you hit the scene with that pad work, and Boxing News did a column on speed pads, and the critics were there. Roger Mayweather said your system was
for real.
For real. Thank you. Primal Boxing. A lot of people don't know the history of Tunde Ajayi. They don't really know where I've come from and how I've taken a lot of.
Sorry, it's Peckham, isn't it?
No.
A peck knob. Taken a lot of criticism, and so I'm used to it. Nobody's here shying away from any form of criticism.
Continue talking. I'm eating this burger
because you're craving.
That's right.
I'm not here shying away from any form of criticism or just critique, because it's just the way life is. When you the monkey at the top of the tree, not that I'm a monkey, arse is always exposed. So what when you get to a certain level, you leave yourself open for criticism. But the fact is that I was getting criticized right from the very start, Spence.
Who's he think he is? You bloody dark glasses on.
Jugger 354 says, did Anthony try to hold back his energy to last the fight? Again, Jugger, I don't know where that comes from. You get what I'm saying? It was a very cerebral fight. The fight was a cerebral fight. It wasn't an engaging fight because Arthur didn't want to engage. He just chose to run the whole fight. But Ant wasn't going to be reckless and start going in there whiling, because it's boxing at the end of the day.
Forgive me, but you got to answer this one.
But, we did what we did and we thought we won.
I got the button ready.
Yeah. Okay. Is the sound effects working?
Nah.
Okay. Laurie, you answer that. You read that question, Spence.
Yarde, I'm struggling to slip the jab, to get inside, to get my shots off. What should I do, Tunde? I need your advice. Tunde Ajayi. Lies in the camp.
Bro. Again, there's some people going around thinking I actually said that. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't get angry with comments from people that really don't have no good intentions in their hearts or mind for one. Let me tell you something. Listen, I'm lions of the camp. I tell you that all day long. B Kappa, I had it the same. Yeah, I'm lions in the camp all day long. And just to make people feel good, because they seem to think I did say lions in the camp in the corner, I'm going to say I said it. I want you to feel good. But if you actually go back and watch the fight, what actually happened is I said, Ant, come on, let's get busy. Let's get busy. And Ant said, lions in the camp. And that's it. You get what I'm saying? So, but I ain't run, bro. If you feel happy to say that I did say that, then knock yourself out. I don't mind. I'll take it. I love it. That's it. Mr. Robin Block says, question for Tunde. How do you cope with so much jealousy in boxing? Rob, it's serious, isn't it? It's serious. But again, let me tell you something, Robert. The reason why I can manage so much jealousy in boxing is because I understand life. Life is positive and negative. Nothing can exist without a positive and negative. But where your focus is where your energy is. And I don't focus on jealous people. I don't focus on people that are sitting there waiting for something which inevitably has to happen in the career of a boxer. There's only been a few fighters in the history of the sport that have retired undefeated, which means that the majority of us have to suffer lessons in our career.
Rocky Marciano. Ricardo Lopez,
yes,
who's an excellent fighter. You guys should check him out.
Yes.
Another guy, little tricks who goes underneath the radar for retiring undefeated was actually Sven Otka.
Right, yes,
the super middleweight IBF champion.
Yes.
Joe Kawasaki famously retired unbeaten as well.
Yes.
So there hasn't been that many guys who have become world champions and retired undefeated.
Yes.
But there was another man, Terry Marsh, the IBF. Who was Frank Warren's first ever world champion?
Yes.
Right. Who was the IBF light welterweight champion? He retired unbeaten as well. There is not that many fighters who have retired unbeaten. And if you go to anybody's top 10 pound for pound ratings, there's only one fighter. If you put him in there, you don't. But it'd be a discredit if you don't put him in there in the top 10 pound for pound ratings. Is Floyd Mayweather, who's the only one who has retired unbeaten.
Yes.
All the rest of them, Ali lost 5 fights. You know what I mean? Larry Holmes lost numerous times. Mike Tyson lost numerous times. Evander Holyfield at the time when he beat Mike Tyson was down as the 3rd greatest heavyweight of all time. He went on too long, still lost. Sugar Ray Leonard lost. And in matter of fact, Roberto Duran lost. Before Roberto Duran beat Sugar Ray Leonard in 1980, June 20th, 1980 at Montreal, right? Capacity 45,975 people who was there at the fight. But I'm not boasting. I just know this thing, right? Is there any box rec? Any computers around me right now?
No.
Okay, I'm just trying to just trying to say that. Prior to that fight, he lost to Esteban de Jesus.
Yes.
4 fights prior to him relinquishing his lightweight crown and moving up. And he was regarded as the greatest and one of the greatest fighters of all time because even Floyd Mayweather, by his own admission, said that Roberto Duran's the 2nd greatest fighter after him of all time.
Yes.
Right, but he lost.
Yes.
Right, so go check it out. Marvin Hagler lost 2 times before becoming and a draw, because he got a draw November of 79.
Come on.
Right? When he first challenged for the world middleweight title.
Yes.
So he got a draw. So and Marvin Hagler is one of the greatest of all time. Marvin Hagler is rated as the greatest southpaw of all times.
Yes.
Right? So Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest fighters of our era. How many times has Manny Pacquiao lost?
You know, and I just think that the hate empowers me, Robin. That's what it does. The hate empowers me. The hate empowers our team. Anyone in our team. You know, I like to think that we're all of the same mindset, and you don't really shoot down at people that ain't nothing. So we have to be something, you know, and that's how I deal with it, Rob. I just don't focus on the hate and the negativity, and I don't feel anybody around us in our team does either. So that's right. Osama Sharif says, I think Yarde won by 1 round, but could have gone either way. Spence, how did you score it?
How did I score the fight? Originally, when I was there, when the fight first happened, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't got BT. I watched it from someone who was watching it on their phone, and I watched it that way. So you never get the real essence of the fight. I knew that the fight was close. And what I'm saying is close fights are close fights. Close fights are not robberies. It was a close fight. I can understand the reason why the judges gave it to Lyndon Arthur, because for the simple fact that their comprehension of boxing is this guy's throwing out the jab and he's controlling the fight because they've already turned up to the venue with that narrative in their head. And the narrative that they also had in their head was that Anthony Yarde's going to go in there and just knock out, man. That's where their mindset was at. So, but if I was to score it, and I'm being real, I give it 1 yard. I had the exact same scorecard as Richie Woodall, and I gave it 1 round to Yarde. But I'm not complaining that the other guy got the decision because, as Tunde keeps on telling me, that the biggest room is the room for improvement.
Yes.
And off of this, I truly do believe that Anthony Yarde will come back bigger and better from this. And that's not me being a cheerleader. That's me just being real.
Joel Farmer says, Yarde is still learning, and improving. Needs to be more busy. Don't leave it to the judges. And, that's a very fair and great point, Joel. You have to understand this. People want to talk about me. They say I talk about myself and it's all about myself. But these haters have made it all about me. It's not me. They've made it all about me. I talk about myself enough, but you've made it all about me. But what you've done is put out the negative sides or the sides that, are opposite from the points that some could look at. So nobody looks at the fact that Anthony Yarde only had 12 amateur fights. Nobody looks at the fact that within 4 years, Anthony Yarde was at the top of the mountain and fighting arguably one of the best light heavyweights in recent years, definitely the most avoided light heavyweights in recent years. Someone that it took 11 rounds, to teach us a lesson. But then Canelo Alvarez, who turned pro at 15, with all of his vast experience and 50 fights, took him 11 rounds. So what does that say about us at that level of the career? And even if you're going back to what they call domestic level, look at these guys. They all got England experience and amateurs experience, 60, 70, 80, 90 fights. And they haven't even been to the levels or have achieved what Anthony has achieved. So again, that didn't just happen. There was a reason for that. You see what I'm saying? So we just have to continue to do what we're doing, as some people have said, make adjustments and changes. And as Anthony has says, make changes where changes need to be made. But that's something that we'll all deal with sitting down amongst ourselves. It's not something we're going to be broadcasting on a social media platform or any platform. We're a team, we're a family, and we'll deal with it just like that. Any more? Oh, there's millions of questions.
Loads of questions up on Are you going for Robert
Baker?
Is that Baker?
Yeah, Baker.
These glass ain't working. Robert Baker, are you going to go into a straight rematch? Are you going into a straight rematch, son?
Well, listen, it's a rematch clause. It's a rematch clause. Like, a rematch is a rematch. You get what I'm saying? So I think the people definitely would want to see the rematch more than any fight, because the fight was open to interpretation. One camp obviously feels they won, and another camp obviously feels they won. So what better way to decide it? I mean, they've done the same thing with Denzel Bentley and what's the boy's name?
Heffron.
Heffron. Yeah, Mark Heffron. So it just, that's what we need. That's what needs to happen. That's what will happen. That's what is contractually obligated to happen. So let's get on, and let's I'm sure both camps will be confident again, and we'll get it cracking.
Mr. Heavy Hitter UK says, do you feel that the haters are trying to devalue the Lions in the camp slogan?
Only one answer: 100%. And it's quite sad actually, because I don't want to call really no one's name, but Lions in the camp is not only a mindset, it's not only become a slogan, but young kids all around the country and all around the world are shouting Lions in the camp. Grown men are shouting lines in the camp. They're writing it on their, at the walls, on their walls at work, at home. People getting neon lights, lines in the camp. So what some people are trying to do is really, it's bad, man. It's bad, fam. Because I'm saying, bro, why would you try to devalue it because it's doing so much good? But guess what? We're going to keep saying it. We're going to keep doing it. Lions of Camp is a family. And yeah, I'm quite sure certain people don't like it. You got these group of guys rolling up. You got big ads shouting it. Lions in the camp. We don't get weak, we get deep, turn up sharp, blah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And we ain't gonna stop saying it. So everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled to do what they want to do. Nobody ain't fighting against us. Certainly us, we're not fighting against, but we're just gonna keep on moving. Lions in the camp all day, every day.
Robin Block, love the podcast, guys. Where do you see it going? When did you realize that you two had good chemistry for a show?
From the roads.
From the roads. You don't even know what's going on, bro. If I was to tell the truth, yeah? If I was to tell the transactions that I've done with Tunde in the past, bro. If I was to tell you the transactions, you know what I mean? Bottom line is this. 2003, I pestered Tunde to go get his trainer's license. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was mad.
Right, 2003. Yeah. I remember being around Tunde, and you know what? A lot of people don't give Tunde. Is the best hand rap man guy that I know, and I've been around loads of people. I've been around Manny Stewart. I've been around Dean Powell. Was the guy that kind of showed me how to do raps. God rest his soul, right? Yes. And I remember seeing Tunde was doing these little bits with Junior McDonald, and I was training. It was like my last year as a pro, and I was like, "Child, Tunde, come, let's just work together." Because I'm bringing this is how I work. I like to bring in man who I know. You know what I mean? Yes. I like to give man opportunities. Like, come do the thing. And I remember when Tunde didn't know how to do raps. Everyone starts from somewhere. You know what I mean? This is a basic thing. When Asian people got kicked out of Uganda, right, and they came to the UK, they started to open corner shops. Who's that? Asians, when they came to this country, yes, right? Yes. In the late 70s, when they got kicked out of Uganda. When they came here, everybody was saying, like, what do they know about running shops? Yeah? Now look at them. You know what I mean? So everyone starts somewhere. So for me to turn around and say, like, 17 years on from that time there, to see a man's growth, that is a big thing. Yes. That is a very big thing.
All right, so David J asked the question. There's a lot of talk about no sparring. I'm sure you do sparring, but can you dispel the myth once and for all?
Hashtag Lions in the camp.
Lions in the camp. Love that. Great question, David. And I laugh. I really do laugh. Because it all started as a joke between myself, Anthony Yarde and Danny Flexen. We were joking. Anthony, it was prior to a fight, and Danny Flexen said, "How's sparring going?" And I said, "Well, come on, man. You seen the kung fu movies? The master spars with a student, and when the student can test the master, then the master goes away." I said, "We don't need sparring. We don't spar." And spars with me, sometimes with Bilal. He goes in BA. And that was it. So what some negative people have done, they've tried to use that. And I mean, this thing is worldwide now. People in America.
Get rid of his trainer. He doesn't let him spar.
No, they don't talk like that in America. In America, they'll be like, "Man, and that Ajayi, we got to get rid of that Ajayi, man. He ruining Yarde, man. He ruining Yarde." They don't even let the kids spar, man. But the hatred and jealousy in some people's heart, they actually believe that. So me being I don't remember, I told you, I don't fight against hatred. I just keep doing my thing. I just roll with it. I let it go on. And to this day, I'm going to still let go on because I'm not challenging none of that. That's not my focus. If you want to believe that, then it's up to you. If having no sparring could get Anthony on this stage at this level, or even having no sparring can get him at this level, then one should ask themselves, what has got him to this level?
Man, he's just naturally athletic, man.
Yeah, that's another thing.
He's just naturally athletic.
All right, be natural and don't train. Say you're natural. All this talk about, oh, natural talent. All right, be natural talented and don't train. Be natural talented and don't have a trainer. If it was down to natural talent, why did Floyd Mayweather have Roger Mayweather in his corner in most of his fights up until the very end? Why did Floyd Mayweather have his dad around him all the time? Are you trying to say they wasn't influential in making the athlete or helping the athlete bring out what was already inside of him? That's what I'm saying. It's all right having the natural, but you need people around you to help bring out that. Also to teach them things, because nobody knows everything. And a good teacher can help you do that.
What's that? Knowledge grant. You got part two questions. I like that one.
No, what was the other one?
Yeah, Tunde, part 2 question.
Okay.
In the interview, I saw you talk about the 24 hours of reflection.
Yes.
What is significant about the first 24 hours? And once this period was complete, what did you take away from the fight?
I love that. That's a serious bro. Bro, the guys are coming in strong today.
Now my glasses are working. That's what it is.
Great question. One of the reasons why, you take 24 hours to reflect is because straight after the event, there's a lot of emotion. And, when things don't go your way, you can talk out of emotion. And a lot of times that's not really the right thing to do. So if you watched after the fight, I was very quiet. I didn't give no interviews. Oh, okay, I gave the one to BT in the passage. I don't think they've put that up there, or they didn't. They took it off. But I didn't say nothing to none of the IFL TVs or boxing socials, and I still haven't spoken to any of them, because I wanted to just reflect, look at the fight myself. I watched the fight on the Sunday evening, and then I could make a clear-headed assessment about the fight. And as I said, what I took away from the fight is basically what I said on the night, which is, when you're there in the fight, you see it from one perspective. And then when you're at home watching it on the TV, it's another perspective. But my perspective never changed. What I realized is that, it was a close fight. It was a very cerebral fight. But 100% we won the fight. The only thing that could be said is that we could have done more. We could have made it more conclusive. And that's it. And maybe that is part of the things that need to change or going round a second time, but who knows? But that's what it was. I took away from the fight was the fact that, having now watched the fight at home, we won. Anthony won that fight. Whether it was by 1 round, 2 rounds, Anthony won that fight. But moving forward, we have to just take a look at what the fight all together as a team, and then go from there. There's so many questions.
Again, forgive me, but please.
Spence?
Yes, what did it say?
Listen, you're gone. You are.
Yeah. Listen, what's that? Weibay? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Weibay
WBA
7. Yes. WBA 7 says, listen, you're a good trainer, but when Anthony Yarde asks you to close distance against Arthur's jab, you said, we've already answered that one.
No. But
you said lions in the camp.
But Weibay. No, wait. Don't take him off. Weibay. Where did I say that? If you can come on here and show me evidence where I said that, I'll give you £1 million, which you ain't never seen and never gonna see. If you can come on here and show me where I said that, go and look at any footage you want. Go and go to BT. Go to BT.
The pretty one. Go to the pretty one.
Go to BT. And then you come back and put on this platform where I said that and where Anthony said that. Then I'll give you £1 million.
All right. Pretty boy.
Flizzy.
Flizzy's an idiot as well, a little troll. He's a proper troll.
He's a troll, yeah.
Yeah, but no. I'm telling you, see, but I'm gonna answer you still for his Flizzy, whatever your bloody name is, yeah? It's not hatred but we want Yarde to succeed.
Stop right
we
there. Wait.
We want Yarde to succeed.
Wait. Whenever you hear them say we want, who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Who are you? Where
we want Yarde to succeed. And Yarde needs to change and add a world-class trainer.
Yes. And my thing is this. Okay, if he gets a world-class trainer, is that a guarantee that he will win? Did Joe Gallagher, being a world-class trainer, Joe was actually remember we had Joe on the show. Joe was the boxing, is what they call it. He won the
trainer of the year.
Joe won the trainer of the year, but it didn't help him with Liam Smith. It didn't help him with Callum Johnson. Nobody's in any way undermining Joe Gallagher because he's one of the greats in my opinion. But all you haters and trolls it ain't gonna work. We know what you're trying to do. No, Chris, I'm not rising to
Don't rise to these muppets, Tunde.
No,
you and AY
Chris,
will be world champions.
I told you, Chris, I'm not rising to them. That's why I haven't got.
No, don't rise to these muppets, mate. They are muppets. Tell them again, Chris Berry.
Chris, I'm not rising to them, bro. I'm not rising to them. That's why I haven't gone on any of their platforms and spoken. And that's why I said I'm only going to go on our platform and talk. I'm not rising to them because other than our platform, I'm not talking to them, or other than my own personal Instagram or messages where I feel I should ask the questions, I won't rise to them. They can't. I'm just not. It ain't gonna happen, you know. And that's why I'm not coming back with venom. I'm not showing them the same venom that they're showing me. I'm just being cool, calm, and collected. But thank you, Chris. I really appreciate it.
B. Carpo says, "What is a world-class trainer?" Because I've seen Freddie Roach pushing Manny off of the floor.
Say it again or I'm going to repeat it.
B. Capo says...
Capo.
Is it Capo? Sorry.
Yeah.
B. Capo says, what is a world-class trainer? Because I've seen Freddie Roach picking Manny up off the floor.
Well, there you go. There you go. Again, this is why Robin Block would say, how do you deal with so much jealousy, Tunde?
Your face is shining.
I'm built for it. If I wasn't built for it, then I couldn't handle it. That's the honest truth. But for me, and Ant and Ade has always heard me say this, the test is not for me. The test is for you all. Because nobody can get into my mind. Nobody can get into mine. You have to understand, like, me and Anthony, Ade, Bilal, you know, those four, because, you know.
I can tell you one thing that could get into Tunde's mind. Stamina for salt water. I mean, it's the one, trust me. Yeah. It's a nutritious water.
Come on.
It's a refreshing water.
Come on.
It's a fresh water. You start drinking this water, look, makes your hair grow back. Because remember, man would say, Spencer, your hair's receding. Spencer, you're losing your hair. I started drinking. Look, I look like the American werewolf in London. I've got big beard now, hair, and everything else.
Stamina water. So yeah, you know, there's a great relationship where family just have to sit down and we just have to just move forward. That's all it's about. It's about moving forward. These people don't. I think it's Z Vigo Grix says these people trolls don't understand the relationship between a boxer and a trainer. Absolutely. But it depends on the mindset of both boxer and trainer. I feel that myself and Andy have a great mindset. You know, we both want it so much. I mean, if you go back and listen to the first sponsor really that we got, which was Maxi Muscle, you know, and there was a video that Ant done, and I remember he said that the thing about Tunde is he wants it as much as the fighter, and that's what he was always looking for in a trainer. What you got to understand is, even if he had a world-class trainer, which you lot call world-class trainer, in the corner, if Anthony Yarde doesn't want to be the best, if Anthony Yarde doesn't want to break records, there ain't no one that can do that for him. Michael Jordan played in one of the best teams, basketball team, but there was only one Michael Jordan because he was the only one that went to training. When training hadn't started. So he was doing pre-training, then training, then all the other basketball players was going on. Then he was training again. So that drive, that will, that passion is what gave us a Michael Jordan. Now, Anthony Yarde, in my opinion, is the same. So, and as a trainer, are the same. So that's all it is. So, listen, Anthony will achieve what Anthony wants to achieve. I will achieve what I want to achieve. And the only people that can stop that is ourselves.
Yeah. Why do you believe when a loss happens, the fighter, sorry, was that Mr. Heavy Hitter?
Mr. Heavy Hitters.
All right, pick you up. All right. Why do you believe that people, when a loss happens, the fighter needs to change trainer? Did Tommy Hearns switch up after losses?
Come on.
Yeah. The boxing transfer window. Hashtag the boxing transfer
window.
Right. I'm going to answer this for you, right?
Come on.
When Tommy Hearns lost to Sugar Ray Leonard in September of 81.
Yes.
His next fight after that was in Bahamas on the undercard of Muhammad Ali's last fight, which was December of 81. And he fought a man called Ernie Singletary. Ernie Singletary was a quite good guy because after that, Ernie Singletary fought for the inaugural IBF super middleweight title. And Tommy Hearns comprehensively outpointed him. And no, he didn't change anything. Tommy Hearns only changed things till later on down the line. And that's what he did. And he carried on doing his stuff. So Tommy Hearns didn't change his trainer. And Tommy Hearns was the first man to become a 4-weight world champion, winning world titles first at welterweight when he knocked out Cuevas. Then he went out and he beat Wilfred Benitez for the WBC light middleweight title. Then he went from light middleweight challenge. Marvin Hagler was unsuccessful in April of 85. Then he goes up from there, and early 86, he knocks out 87. Sorry, he knocks out Dennis Andres for the WBC light heavyweight title. Then he drops back down. And in 1987, 1987, October, he knocks out Juan Roldan, who recently passed away, in 4 rounds to become the first man to become 4-weight world champion. And you know what? Tommy Hearns did all of that with Emmanuel Stewart. Rest my case.
But you hear that answer?
Sorry, there is no box rec. I'm not looking on nothing else. It's head top.
You're the knowledge. But you hear that kind of answer, Mr. Heavy Hitters, aka Haroon Headley. It's just one of them things, and it's kind of sad, really, that people, they're doing this. But I always look at this for myself. There's a reason why you're pointing all these guns at me. I must be doing something right.
No, because we want to shoot you.
I must be doing something right. And I'm not going to stop it. I'm just going to keep working. David J says, the Williams sisters were trained by their dad. It's all about relationships. There you go. Why would you want to break a relationship up? Because I'm sure along the way, the Williams sisters lost as well. It's about the will and the drive to want to keep winning and winning and winning. And in boxing, you do inevitably come against that, where you have to take that lesson in life and move forward. So again, the fight is the fight. It was a close fight, and we just have to come again. But no one, all this attack Tunde nonsense, or even attack AY, because I'm seeing things where people say AY wasn't listening and everything like that. I'm like, I said, you guys are serious, man. You negative guys are serious, and I don't give you too much energy because that's just not the way I operate. So it is what it is. Let's move on to some other questions. Gal?
Right, man said Tunde's looking like Carter from
Russia. Come on. Danny Ali, you know this it. Dream it, believe it, become it. Big up. Come on, just let them go, man. Josiah James is asking the question. Big up Tunde and Spencer. So knowledgeable on boxing, especially in the history of the sport. Let me big up him. Spencer's the knowledge. I'm the present. I just deal with the present. But Spencer knows dates, times, everything. The guy is absolutely a genius, you know. And it's my brother. We come up together in the roads from before boxing, you know. And it's so great that the two of us can sit down and discuss the sport that we love so much. There you go.
I don't care. I just want to be famous, to tell you the truth. And I want to be famous for talking boxing and tricking people.
Yeah.
Because for all these punks who say, Spencer, he goes on to box trick, he must be Mr. Wikipedia. Right. No, I can do this thing random all day, every day.
Yes. UTD Daily says Spencer's got a better system in his brain than Botrex. It's mad. Fam, it's crazy. Listen, the guy, I pointed this out years ago. Spencer loves boxing, and that's why he's got the knowledge. And he knows Spencer Fearon wouldn't be sitting down next to someone who he didn't feel is on his par, because that's how it works. Water finds its own level. I can draw from Spencer's experience. Spencer can draw from my experience in the corner and everything. And we, you know, together we help the guys that are around us.
Now I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I just needed to show, because I get a lot of trolls. And then when I start linking up with Tunde gets the trolls now, and I can just stay out of the business.
Yeah, bro.
Bloody Tunde.
You know something? Because, bro, it used to be you that gets
every day, stuff.
You used to get
every day.
You used to get all the hate. The hate.
Right,
and I used to sit down there thinking, bloody hell.
But the thing about this, from then I was saying, it doesn't affect me because they're calling my name.
Yes.
Carry on calling my name. And the thing about this is like, nobody, whereas I know, Joe Gallagher was just jumping on the plane today to go out to America, and me and him was on the phone talking about this up-and-coming fight for Callum Smith and Canelo.
Yes.
And we're just talking and we're breaking it down. And then like he's saying certain things and I'm just breaking down when the fights happen. He's like, bloody hell, Spence, you're the knowledge, you know.
Yes.
That's Joe Gallagher.
Yes.
That is Ring Magazine and British Border Control and Boxing Sports Writers Trainer of the Year. He's won it about 2-3 times now.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I don't care what like new people who play Fight Night or whatever it was called. EA Sports, right?
72-0.
72-0, and they think it's for real. Yeah, I mean,
and then the guy giving me, telling me what I should have done,
right.
or what
you know what these people are.
Should have done.
You know what these people are. These people are just like man who play. What's that other game? Final Duty. Was it Call of Duty? Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I think they could go to Afghanistan. Go to Afghanistan and you find out what happened to you.
Oh, come on. Box Comedia, my boy, big up. He says, I can listen to the knowledge of the Master Genius talk boxing all day. You know why, bro? Because passion don't lie. Energy don't lie. It's just, you know, those who know. And, you know, we're always going to be... The thing is this is what I've always said to Spence. Do you know that the haters are so minuscule, but we give them energy, we give them light? And those of us in this position, we got able to accept that. Because I'm not calling no names, but man says certain things on the TV and then phones me up the next day and don't say nothing like that. You make what you want out of it, but I'm just telling you that's how it goes. But I don't say nothing because you got to do what you got to do and I've got to do what I've got to do. But, you know, I just feel that it's about being real and honest. Let me tell you something. In next week, I think it's next week, Callum Smith is fighting Canelo.
The 18th or 19th.
18th. I want to hear what people say after that fight about the trainer. Then you have Luke Campbell fighting
Ryan
Garcia, who is known as a relative novice. He's a novice. So I'll be sitting down waiting for that result. And I want to see if people come out as malicious. As venomous.
Them is venomous, Tunde.
as they have with me. But again, I don't mind. You know, it's just one of them things that we have to deal with. Okay? We're just
like back. There's a question that I just
Mr. Heavy Hitters is coming with bare questions, fam.
Yeah, Joel Farmer. Yeah.
Knowledge is power. Let me read it. Knowledge is power, Spence, supercomputer historian. heavy-handed in his prime. What next for Yarde? You can't buy experience. Doesn't sparring improve a student?
Deal with them case.
Well, let me go to the end part. Who said that we didn't spar? Did you hear that from me, Joe? You never. You can't buy experience. Who said you can? So if you say you can't buy experience, what do you mean by that, fam? What do you mean by that? It's quite obvious. As I say, for those, I know my history as well. Just because I don't talk about it the way Spencer does. In 1980, there was a man called Hilmer Kenty. He was a lightweight champion. What belt did he have, Spencer?
WBA. He beat Emmanuel.
Hilmer Kenty had the WBA.
And he was from Detroit.
And he was from Detroit.
Champion.
The guy that took him to that belt, prior to that belt, didn't have the experience of other world-class trainers that had trained world champions. No, go back to that question because I need to see it on the screen. That man's name was Emmanuel the Great Stewart. He didn't have experience. But Hilmer, Kenty, and Stewart gained that experience together. So this is what I'm trying to say. And the reason why I don't get so emotional with these haters and these haterade questions is because haterade questions. Yeah, that's what I call them, haterade. You can never win. You can't win. I cannot win a battle against someone who is only looking at the negative. But this sparring, I think we've already covered it, Joel. I don't know, but I just got to let people run with it. I can't, because I'll be arguing too much with people over this situation. Let them think what they want to think, Joel. So there you go. I hope that's answered your question. Go again, Gal. How are JM Professional Boxing Academy, big up JB up there in Manchester. He says, how are inexperienced trainers supposed to get experience if no one gives them a chance to gain it?
As simple as that.
It's as simple as that, Jay. It's like, it's mad. So basically what you're trying to say is that we've got to do all the reaping. And then when it gets to a certain point, someone who hasn't worked diligently with the fighter comes and takes it. So then what you're saying is now that person who's worked with that young kid all the way is never going to get the experience. Well, that ended last year in Russia because what they had harped on before, they couldn't say that no more because me and Ant got there to the top of the mountain together. So, you know, Jamie, again, a fantastic question. And we know if you don't give a listen, all right, did Emmanuel Stewart train Tommy Hearns from the amateurs?
Yes, he did.
So they gained the experience together.
Yeah, he did. Was it the 1976 box offs? A very young Tommy Hearns got outpointed by Aaron Pryor in the AAU championship finals.
Come on.
And that was in Denver, Colorado. So there we go.
Come on, there you go. The knowledge. The knowledge knows everything. The knowledge knows everything. And it's great to have him with us or with me, with the team, you know, and it's going to keep on rising. Bobby Wright says, how do you see Shakan Pitters, Craig Richards going?
You know what?
When is that fight?
Next week.
Next week, okay.
I think is it next week or is it this
Big up, Craig.
Is it Friday? Next Friday. Yeah. I think it's going to be a great fight.
I think about tomorrow.
And I slightly favor Craig Richards, even though Shakan Pitters is my friend, but I slightly favor Craig Richards in this fight simply because I think he's had the greater experience, even though Pitters is very, very sneaky. But that's how I see it. How do you see it, Bobby? Tell us how you see it as well, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, big up Bobby Wright. It's a good fight. You know, Craig's my man. I'm always gonna back him. It's kind of like good styles. Even though Pitters has got a good jab, Craig's jab is hard. I know that, bro. Craig's got a hard jab.
Very hard.
Very hard jab. Obviously, Shakan's the champ. Good fight. Good fight. You know, but I'm gonna go with my boy Craig on that one. Barrister says, turn up, show up, blow up, shout out to the knowledge, the one and only.
Yeah, big up, Barrister.
Come on.
Hope you're good. I'm going to do this quickly for Michelle Joy Phelps. So Tunde, you might as well get in this one as well, because it's got to be 30 seconds. It's our prediction for Anthony Joshua versus Kubrat Pulev.
Yes.
So I'm just going to get it quick right now. Let me just get on here. Right. Hey, fight fans. my prediction with my brother from another mother, Baba Tunde Ajayi. This is my prediction. I've got Anthony Joshua winning this fight in the third round.
Third?
I'm saying in the third round, I can see him knocking him out because Kubrat Pulev don't move his head. Otherwise, I can see it going late and Anthony stopping him in around 8 to 10. But I've got a feeling that Anthony Joshua's going to knock him out in 3 rounds, a Gusset style.
Big up. Round five. All right, so that was just for Michelle Joy Phelps on, what's that thing called?
The gloves are off.
The gloves. You sure?
Yeah, the gloves are off.
The gloves are off. All right, big up Michelle.
So she's just
doing her thing. All right, we're going to wrap it up soon. What's the time now? 9:30. All right, cool. We'll go to 9:45.
Yeah.
We'll go to 9:45. Is Yarde the top 10 light heavyweight in my opinion? Well, listen, I'm the wrong person to ask that, Mr. Vision, because I'm always going to say that. You know, the question goes back to you. You know, return to sender, as my mom used to say. Return to sender. You know, I respect your opinion. Whatever it is what it is. You know, listen, only time will tell, and that's just the case.
Who wins Chisora Babik? Chisora will beat that Babik geezer.
Are they fighting?
No, but Jonathan Blake. Oh, Jonathan Blake. What are you saying, Jonathan? I've got Chisora winning. Fought way too experienced, too big, too heavy-handed. And right now, Derek Chisora just become like a hired gun. Like they need him. Yeah, behind the gloves. Yeah, I've just seen it. Right. They need him to come in and do his thing. So I got Derek Chisora winning that fight.
Interesting. Babak, I haven't seen too much of Babak. But you know, he looks aggressive.
That's my man's fight. Right?
Yeah, Dylan's fight.
I definitely got Chisora winning that fight.
He looks aggressive.
It's too small. This new
Anthony Monroe.
Big up Tunde and Spence. Can you both speak on the negativity Tunde receives, and do you believe there is level of racism in regards to you being a trainer compared to the other British trainers? Let me just say this. I'm going to answer this, right? Whether it is or it isn't, it doesn't matter, right? And the thing about it is this, is like who feels it knows it. And when you speak on racism, like I have on many times in the past, highlighted way before any of this Black Lives Matter nonsense and and then everyone jumping on the bandwagon to say it is. Regardless what it is or it isn't, it doesn't matter. Because if it's racism, it's still negativity. Do you know what I mean? If it's said out of jealousy, it's still negativity.
There you go.
If it's said out of envy, it's still negativity. If it's said because they've got something against somebody being culturally indifferent, for being from a Nigerian descent, it could be Jamaican people that are hating on him. I don't know. Call him with that bloody boo-boo, right? But whatever it is, it is, and we ain't gonna buy into it. So I don't want to say, well, is it a level of blah? Whatever it is negativity. So we're not gonna buy into it.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's how we got to deal with those kind of things. And we've got to keep on pushing forward and putting positivity at its forefront.
Yes.
Hope that answers your question, bro.
Let me answer that as well. Go back to that question, please. I mean, you don't really need to go back, but my thing is this. We really, as Spence says, who feels it knows it. And we really got to focus our minds on the right things. You know, racism is another person's problem. If you're not racist, it's not your problem.
Exactly.
It's not your business. You got to focus on the things that you can control. And by doing that, you literally vaporize the negativity. And so nobody's ever heard me shout out racism. Nobody's ever heard me do that. I just don't. It's positive and negative. And people might be saying I'm wearing blinkers, even though I'm wearing black glasses. dark glasses, but that's just where it is. Let's just focus. Let's all of us just focus on doing the right thing and being positive.
100%.
Big up Anthony Monroe. Dalu Tabib, I think that is. Do you get the feeling some are trying to push Yarde to booth narrative because to some he looks like, hey, keep shining Tunde and Spence. Haters can do one. You need to focus on their own homes. Well, I don't know about that, brother. Again, I ain't getting no man no energy. No one ain't pushing no one nowhere because we got our own minds. We got our own minds. It don't matter. I keep saying this. Going to another trainer, what does that mean? Does that take away the will of somebody? The will of Anthony Yarde is he wants to be the best, and he'll do what he's gonna do. As I said, there's only one Jordan, there's only one Tyson, there's only one Michael Jackson. What made these guys different was the support of those around them, but the individual will, focus, and persistence.
They were all called Mike.
And they all called Mike, yeah, serious. Of the individuals. So I don't really care what people are trying to do. What is Adam Booth like? What does that mean? What people ain't been? Adam Booth ain't been in no corners where man's got beaten. What is is Adam some god of training? Fam, like it's not about that. And you see, the reason why I don't talk about their names is because I don't want to make it look like I'm jealous of their achievements and their accomplishments. Who knew Adam before David Haye?
No one.
Nobody. So what are you talking about? What are people talking about? See, it just. I really can't get to the crux of why people don't like it, and I'm not gonna waste my energy focusing it. I'm just gonna focus on being the same old Tunde, the one that works hard to help others. That's who it is. Big up, Dalu. What advice would you see? Is that what he's gonna do? What advice do you give to a boxer who would struggle to sell tickets as a pro at this point in time? Keep at the amateur grind. That is a brilliant question.
And I'd like to answer that.
Yes,
being a
sir.
former promoter, and I used to sell out places that used to come in like a dance. I'm going to say this to
Jason Biz.
Anybody struggling to sell tickets, you got a network to get work. You know
Wait. Bro, you got a network to get work.
Right. It's as simple as that.
Jeez.
Right. And in this climate that we are in, this tweet, text, IG, social media, Facebook, back book, roundabout book. I mean? This is the simple thing. You got to network. But it's not only the case of like right now, because we're under this pandemic and we're saying, well, they're letting crowds back in because it's starting to creep back in now. They should be capitalizing on these things of social media, extending out to, this is a simple thing is this, right? Gary Vee, you know Gary Vee, the motivational guy. Gary Vee's the guy. And Gary Vee said, like, when people used to comment on anything that he'd post, and if we're talking 15 years ago, he would make sure that he wrote to everybody individually to make them feel like they're part of something, right? So you have to engage with people because you have to engage so you can get the raise, and the raise is the financial rewards. Now, simple things, community centers, community clubs, pubs. You're a walking billboard of yourself if you are a young fighter and you got to sell tickets. Yes, the onus is on this, but you know what? I remember Tunde was a very good ticket seller. Everybody knew I was a ridiculous ticket seller. You know what I mean? Frank Warren ain't my biggest lover, but yesterday that kid could sell a ticket. Yes. Reason why? Because I knew the power of networking to get working. Simple as that. So I would say to anyone, it's your grind and it's your selling point. It's quite simple. All you got to do is this. It's quite simple. And Robin Block, who's on there, I don't know if he's still on there. Robin Block told me this. This is what you got to do. You've got to get 10 super fans who you engage with. Just 10. 10 super fans. Those 10 super fans will multiply into 1,000 super fans because how it goes is everybody's a follow fashion monkey. If they see one guy in there and you're being genuine and not disingenuous, then you'll attract what you're meant to attract. Yes. So the thing on selling tickets, I would say to anyone, go to your locals. If you got a football team that you support, go down to football clubs. You get 2 free tickets, but I tell people to buy 5. You'll see it start to work. And it will build on and build on and build on and build on and build on. And then you have to get someone like Tunde Ajayi behind you who will say lions in the camp at every sentence that you say, and then people will buy into it, and then they'll come out and they'll follow you. That is it. That's what I'm saying to you, Jason Biz.
Big up, Jason. I mean, I say it to like this. Look at me and Anthony. We never won no national title. We won a novice title, you know, and people want to criticize me for how much I talk, but look at what it's done. Look at, you know, with me taking all the bullets, because Anthony don't talk like me. Anthony, you know, it's like,
well, it's worked.
But it's worked.
It's worked.
It's worked. And I'm
saying you have a tongue in your head, you must talk.
I've managed to, you know, yeah, I take a lot of stones, but it's the intention. My intention is to, because it's a numbers game. Well,
I'm actually in Tunde's penthouse right now. So the stones that people, the bricks that they're throwing at Tunde, he takes and builds houses with them. Learn that one.
Yeah. So
and you like that one, Sasha?
You know, we're in an age. I remember I years back, I done a competition called Camp 24 on my own. And it was kind of like the time, you know, I'd been with Kevin.
2010.
Yeah, I'd been with Kevin Mitchell. And I'd done it on my own. And I went on Facebook and I was posting, Camp 24, you know, win a contract with Frank Warren. And I remember I had people from all over the country come to get that contract. And I remember Kurt Goodin, a young lad at the time from Sunderland, you know, we picked him, he won the competition and he got his contract. He was a decent level fighter, you know. But that's what it was. I just continued to push and drive my own. Nobody's going to do it for you unless you come with that gold medal or that ABA title. Or you just got to do it for yourself. And sometimes that's the best way, Jay. You just keep working, keep pushing, keep promoting yourself. You're lucky. There wasn't Instagram back then. You understand? There wasn't all these things that StreamYard and there wasn't none of that. All I really had was Facebook. And I just used that platform to keep pushing. If you got good intentions, it will happen for you, young man. Big up. Sean Peters says,
Tunde,
mate.
You've done amazing with Yarde considering he has hardly had any amateur experience. I'm amazed you have taken him to the level and he's in such a short space of time. So big up, Mr. Peters.
Big up, Mr. Peters. Come on, bro. You don't listen, man. The haters ain't gonna win. You know, not with me anyway. And not with Anne, because it's just mad. It's just like how people expect someone to just leave somebody who's been with them on the journey from the beginning. You know, you never ask Papachenko to leave his son. Papachenko's son's lost twice now. He's lost twice, right?
Who? Yeah, he's lost twice.
Yeah.
Salido,
and now Lopez.
Teofimo.
So why are you asking him to leave his dad? You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense. It's just another situation where you want to point the finger, but everybody has to take the blame. The trainer has to take the blame. The fighter has to take the. But it's not really a blame. Everybody has to take the lesson. Don't let me say blame. Blame is the wrong word. Everybody's got to take the lesson and move forward. So that's it. I think. Listen, tonight I think we've done a lot. I feel that, you know, I don't run away from questions. It's just about the time and it's about the manner in which I give the answers. I don't want to, because, you know, everyone knows I'm hype. I'm hype. That's what sells. You get what I'm saying? So I can do that. So I felt, I said to Spence, you know what? I'm going to come on this thing, answer the questions, cool, calm, and collective. And the honest truth is, look, there's always going to be something that you can say, I should do better, that Ant should do better. Whether he's winning or learning, that's just the nature of the beast. So it is what it is. We just keep we can just keep working. That's it. 100%. Yeah. But we're not in no bad mood or nothing like that. You know, I always say Ant talks for himself, I talk for myself, and that's it.
I'm just, loads of people saying we're just waiting for quarter past. It is what it is.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is. I'll see if they want to jump on and whatever they want to go fire, they can fire. You know, whatever they want to fire, they can go fire. Phil Seymour, if he jumps on here, I got to big him up. Ring announcer, very good people, very, very good people. And I'm saying this now. I actually love that Tunde's getting harassed. The reason why I can't know, I think he just laughs at it. It don't even do nothing to him. So it is what it is. People will find something to listen. From this, my dad always used to say this to me. My dad said this to me. He said, son, they crucified Jesus Christ, you know?
Yeah.
And he never done that to no one. Yeah. Right, that's what I want to know this part. You know what I mean? Palm Sunday originated or derives from the fact that they laid palms the Sunday before they crucified Christ, because they laid palms down and they said to him, get on a horse. And a horse was looked at as a military stature. And he said, no, bro. I'm not wearing no horse. I'm not guiding a horse, because me guiding a horse is like me driving a tank. I'm going to go on a donkey. He went on a donkey, and people were singing Sing Hosanna. They loved him so much. And not even a few days later, he was up in high court and they put him on a cross. So therefore, if that can happen to Jesus Christ, we ain't got a shot. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. Let's grab a couple more questions and then we can bounce. Gary, our producer, who's doing, I'm surprised Gary's eyes ain't hurting him. You know what I mean?
You do it.
Some guy said to me, what, is Gary your son? I said, what, do I look that old? I said, I'm going to dye this bed completely black.
Yeah.
What do I think of Rapport vacating? Richard Rapport, he just signed a deal with Adidas now as well.
Yeah.
Richard Rapport is a very, very good kid, unbeaten kid, and he's a work in progress and he's still learning. And he was offered for him to fight Lawrence Okoli for this week.
Oh yeah,
but it was early because Blazwacki pulled out because he had COVID, so he had to pull him out. So Lawrence Okoli couldn't fight. He's not fighting for the world title. He's fighting for the WBO international title now, which is a bit upsetting because I know he worked very hard. But they offered it to Rapport. Rapport said, "Yeah, I'll take it, but give me 6 weeks to prepare, and I'll smash it to bits," which is the right thing to do. Yeah. I think he's vacating now because he knows his name's in the mix. He says, well, do I really need to hold on to this British crown? Because then I'm going to have to defend it domestically and I'm looking for higher stuff. So I understand why he vacated Rob. That's how I take it. That's my take on it.
Yes.
What's the next question? Let's get through there quick.
I just read something by Chris. Chris, are you having the COVID-19 jab, Spence?
Well, you're asking me that question for. Bro, you know I'm a connected man in it, so I've already got my link to go get the passport to say that I've got it. I've taken it already. No, funny game aside, my daughter had to take the COVID test. She's at school 2 days ago, and they sent her home because she had a temperature. So they sent her home and they sent her brother home as well. Brother's nothing wrong with the brother, but they said because you're the same household, he had to go home as well. We had to send for the COVID test. This is how thorough the thing is. I sent off for the COVID test at 2 o'clock. It was at my house by 5 o'clock. We done the test. I sent it back. I caught the last post was at 5:30 in my area. By the morning, they sent me the text that my daughter hasn't got COVID. So what I'm saying is this: on the COVID jab, my major concerns is the world pandemic. To me, is starvation, because we have how many people a year that's dying from starvation, and we've got an antidote for it, and it's called food. So that's my major concern. Like the COVID thing, I get it.
Why are we talking about COVID?
No, because it's on there, man. But what I'm trying to say is the only jab that I know is the left jab right now. All right,
yeah.
That's the only jab that I know about.
That's what someone just said as well. Will you fight Kovalev again, Joe Farmer?
Kovalev's retired, bro.
No, he ain't retired.
He ain't retired?
No. Kovalev's fighting. I think that Kovalev's due to fight over Alvarez.
Okay.
Yeah. Again.
For the third time.
Did he fight him?
Alvarez, yeah.
No, not Alvarez. Who is the guy that was asking to fight us? I think the Cuban Dominion Public guy. The one who fought Andre Ward. Andre's first fight at light heavy.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? Can you remember?
Yeah, it's Alvarez as well.
Was it Alvarez as well? Yeah. So I think
he done the block.
Yeah. Kovalev's fighting him, and Joe Smith Jr. is fighting Vlasov for the WBO world title.
Yeah, vacant crown.
Yeah,
well, that could be someone that you're looking.
Oh yeah, remember we said
for a long time.
Yeah, so it's a great division, and we just have to keep moving forward and just keep working. Let's go.
Would you and PH says, Tunde, would you and Ant consider going to super middleweight?
Ooh, maybe if you chop off Ant's arms and legs, he can go to super middle. I remember Ant was asked that question before. He said, me. Bro, I don't think so. I don't think, anything's possible. Anybody can diet themselves down to a particular weight.
Bro,
are you going to be effective at that weight?
The only way Anthony Yarde could get down to super middleweight is if you start smoking heroin and crack at the same time.
Probably stops eating. So Tunde, what are your this is a good one to wrap it up with. Tunde, what are your thoughts on Joshua Pulev, who wins? Well, it's a good fight, a great fight for Anthony Joshua coming back. Especially he had a up and down 2019 as well.
Yeah.
But this is a great fight for him. Great fight for him to show his old self, I guess. I don't really like saying that old self because, bro, time is time. You can't really go back to them. But he's got an opportunity. He's got an opponent in front of him where he can really show his devastating power.
Yeah, Pulev don't move his head.
And he don't move his head. So, I feel that Anthony Joshua can get the fight done inside 6 rounds.
Yeah, and I'm in total agreement with you. But I'm saying 5 rounds before. I'm adamant on 5 rounds, right?
Yes.
I was speaking to KD, I was speaking to his crew, and say 5 rounds. But I just want to cut it to 3 for the simple fact that this brother don't move his head. And you cannot move. And as much as we're saying, it depends what Anthony Joshua. If Anthony Joshua says, I'm going to box and get range, and so because I ain't been at it for a year. But I just think that Anthony Joshua can clap this out very early, So I'm going to say 3 rounds.
3 rounds.
I'm going to say I'm putting pressure on myself as well because, my prediction that. But I'm saying 3 rounds. Yeah,
well, there you go. Capo, there you go. So there you have it. Tunde Ajayi says under 6. Spencer, he said 5, but he's like, well, he's going for around 3.
This man don't move his head.
So
how you gonna fight a puncher you don't move your head? The man holds his hands like this.
Yes.
He's stiff as well. He's like some little robot man. Well, come on, man. He's ugly. He's got, all the invariables. I just think that Anthony Joshua should clap you out. I'd be very disappointed if Anthony Joshua don't clap him out in 3 rounds.
Pulev can fight as well.
Yeah, of course he can fight. He tried a thing against Klitschko. But remember, that's like 6 years ago. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Right. He hasn't fought regularly. He ain't been in that kind of spotlight. And also, fighting behind closed doors is different.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I just believe that Anthony Joshua, now he's working with his mental coach and all the rest of it.
Is it?
He's got some mental man in the thing, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right. I just believe that Anthony Joshua should be able to knock out Pulev in 3 rounds. That's all I'm saying. He should be able to clap him out in 3 rounds. I don't think, Isn't
Pulev the one who kissed the woman?
Yeah, he kissed the woman and the woman tried to sue him. And then they find out that he was crubbing up with a woman the week before the fight. The woman was lap dancing him and everything and jigging up herself. You know what I mean? And the girl tried to twist it and tried, this is sexual abuse. So when he just dropped the thing, I think he did grind it before, I think Pulev did grind it or something. But then they have to drop the case. You see the girl mash up herself. You know what I mean? These little squeezes.
Let me just forgive everybody for Spencer's behavior.
No, man, I'm saying these are little tricky demonic women, I'm trying to say to you. She's there jigging up herself. Like there was in a club, she just lap dance him up. So I'm pretty saying, either he beat it or he thought, I've got this, man. I've got to.
What do you mean by beat it?
If he's going to beat it, man. If he's going to get his things off of it still.
Anyway, listen, I got to say,
I'm just keeping it 100, bro.
Because Spencer's trying to not make us get our sponsorship with his talk here.
Nah, we're talking about we got sponsorships. We got sponsorship already, man.
Anyway, so let me
Pep Talk UK, big up Pep Talk UK.
Old time Pro Beeves, you know what they say. Sylvester Salamoa says AJ by points. But hold on, I just want to you see, decision. Yeah, but let me go back to Capo and just finish it off with Capo because Capo said something nice there. Where's he gone? Capo said, just want to say thank you to both for giving your time to us. No one else out there is doing what you two are doing.
Capo, big up yourself. But like I said, dream it,
believe it,
become it.
Come on. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, judges. And we're gonna do this. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. Is gonna be part of our thing now.
Part of our thing.
Yeah,
it's enjoyable,
StreamYard. So
man.
we're gonna film the fighters, right? And then we're gonna do StreamYard.
Yep.
Huh?
Subscribe.
So subscribe. Remember, Gary, the edit, the man who's getting the pay.
He don't
he's
play.
Like, bro,
he don't play.
He don't business.
The brother drive all the way from Chestershire.
He's like,
Gary can't pull up in his new whip, and I see man coming in his new 4x4.
Gary's like, bro, I don't stop all that nonsense. Just tell them to subscribe to the thing. So please subscribe to the channel. We appreciate the fans. That's why we answer to the fans. And the interaction is always good. So for myself, Tunde Ajayi, and my brethren, my co-host, my brother, my friend, Spencer Fearon.
Listen, good night, folks. Keep on supporting, keep on subscribing, and keep on loving off the team. Because you know what? There's only one camp. And in that camp is what? Lions. Later.
Lions in the camp. Yes, sir. Boom.